they'll be calling you a radical. So I'll be in Pacific Grove. I'll be in Monterey on Friday. I need a ride from the Monterey airport. We're gonna get some good low tide. It's gonna be 6 or 7. Sun will be up. It's that time of year. So we'll get a really good look at those tide pools. It's gonna be nice. So I'm taking the 2 young apprentices with me. This epic drought is so unbelievable. Again, all predicted by Son of Cassandra, Kevin Blanch, but nobody wants to listen to him. So let's talk some Alaska salmon numbers. So the Alaska salmon numbers just aren't running much better on the copper than they were last year's nightmare. Now remember, Alaska shut off gill netting. How much do they take out with the gill netting? Well, I know in Oregon, Washington, they'll tell you 50% of everything. So if that's the case, you know, they're running maybe, you know, I think they've got about 90,000 more fish than they had last year at this time. Fuck, they had 3 million a few years ago before Fukushima. You know, they go to sea for 5 years. So the Columbia, by the way, live cam's still out. You know, we're going on how many years? Still got Kevin Blanch classified, ODFW. Live cam, yay, they made it over 100,000 fish. What's the date? What's the day? It's the 21st of June. They were supposed to have 100 fish over by May 10th. Again, no gill netting. Very, very limited fishing. Same in Alaska. Now, I haven't talked to the Fraser yet, but the Rogue right now has 200 and, I believe, under 250. 246, I believe, for the year. Now, what did they have just a few years ago before Fukushima? This right now, 136,000. You heard me right, 200 and some. Jedediah Smith, sitting around 300. This is a 98% acute radical, not dams, dying in the rivers. The well collapse. I mean, we had 4 fucking graves wash up right there in San Francisco in the bay in 1 week. It's a catastrophe. I can't believe people are not all over this. The Great Pacific Genocide, Kevin Blanch. Play back the tape. March 12th. I was right out there in the Nevada test site, or excuse me, the Energy Solutions dump site, protesting Mike Lee bringing in the Italian waste. Then he later told me, well, you know, my dad's a downwinder after the fact. Now remember, this is the guy bringing in the waste. This is the nuclear waste place. No one wants to hear it. No one gives a fuck. I was just talking to Jim down there at the hotel in Pacific Beach. I said, you fucking serious? You got these shithole fucking rooms of yours going for $400 during the week? Yeah. He says, and we're getting it. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? These people just flocking into San Diego. What's going on? Why? I don't know. Everybody wants to go on vacation. Fucking American Airlines fucking canceling flights from going nowhere. So, dead tide pool jumping, and up and down the coast, you'll see some vlogs, vlogs, you'll see some print media out there, propaganda, SF Gate and whatever on Budaga Bay. You know, they'll say, fuck, I've worked all that coast so fucking hard. They'll find some and then they'll zoom in and blow it up. They won't show you the whole tilt back, give you the broader perspective like Kevin Blanch does. Maybe it was growing up here that gives me that broad perspective. Maybe that's it. This guy we're going to get tonight. So, scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, they're bewildered. Wuhan Lab, by the way, says they deserve a Nobel Prize. Do I think that the virus came from that lab? No. I think it might have come from a lab, but I don't think it was that lab. I think it came from the Ricken lab. What I really think, if somebody put a gun to my head and says, where did COVID come from? You know, Spanish flu, biological warfare. Where did COVID come from? You know what I've said from the beginning. This mutation from Fukushima came from a fish. Oh no, nuclear fallout, nuclear meltdowns, they don't cause mutations. How the fuck would you know? We've never had one. So, my tadpole evidence is so empirical, they're invertebrates. They live up to be 35 years old. Now, last year, I have both little apprentices with me. Last year, we found one spot. And we worked that, you know, I worked the whole peninsula. I worked both sides. You know, I've worked it for years. We found one spot where there was a little cluster and there was a few. I mean, up and down the coast, well, it's so bad in fucking San Diego County. Fuck, those La Jolla tide pools, Point fucking Loma out there. Oh my God, they're fucking wiped out. So, you know, Obama covered this up. Trump, I like all you guys are working on your, you know, one family running the world, the Illuminati, right in your face. If Fukushima doesn't prove to you that it's a group of oligarchs that runs this fucking world, state-run media, how the fuck could they possibly cover up 6 full blown-out core meltdowns? The greatest ecological catastrophe in human history by a million times. Is that even possible? With a live cam on it, on a barge that showed a blow up, with Kevin Blanch telling you in exact hardcore fucking detail, everything, including what happened in the Situation Room, including fucking Hillary Clinton's retracted emails. And wow. 90% collapse in butterflies, 90% collapse in insects. The heat bubble over the west, this fucking drought is on. Again, the heat bubble, fucking, those meltdowns, they're so fucking hot. They send in robot after robot after robot that can handle fucking tens of thousands Fahrenheit, just melts. It's in the Pacific Ocean, it's boiling the Pacific Ocean. These are suns, these are plasma, which I named Fuktonium. They're suns. And they've genocided the fucking Pacific Ocean. I named the Great Pacific Genocide. I didn't say extinction. Of course, I'm getting there. Smoking guns of salmon. Tide pool and the salmon. In the Great Salt Lake. The Great Salt Lake was at normal levels in 2012. Perfectly normal. My Spiral Jetty videos prove that. Oh, she's fucking wiped out. I see Santan's got a piece out in California talking about how the water's starting to taste like dirt and dust. And one of the officials says put some lemon in it. This drought's fucking shit. Again, acute. The heat bubble over the western United States, it's going to cause a heat bubble over the western United States. You're going to see a drought like you've never seen. Play back the tape. But nobody will listen to me. I remember when I was first talking about the tide pools fucking wipe out. You know, and the starfish, the invertebrates, the sponges. People laughed at me. I remember when I was first talking about the trees. I was getting into the fucking trees and I was walking and people laughed at me. I said, it's in their fucking needles. A pine tree gets too much radiation, it dies. It doesn't get enough, it dies. All dead. How about the plutonium fires? Spontaneous fires. We thought multiple arsonists were going all at once. Kevin Blanch, again, it's going to cause a plutonium, it's going to cause a plasma, it's going to cause a gas into the biosphere that you don't even know what the fuck it is. You're not going to find it with the guy because it's never happened before. Do you know what's on the sun? No, but we know it can give you cancer from 93 million miles of fucking away. We have 6 suns bored into the Pacific Ocean, fucking boiling it, fucking 6,500 right here. 6,500 fucking miles as the crow flies. I like all you fucking Madame Curie fuckers. Are you Madame Curie or are you Semmelweis? It is very similar to Semmelweis. He proved that germ theory, proved that little invisible germs flying through the fucking air. He was a doctor. He proved it. Still wouldn't believe him. Threw him in a fucking rubber room, beat him to death. He was right the whole fucking time. One day it'll come out. I hope I live to see it. That They'll say, oh my God, Kevin Blanch was right the whole time. This is something new. This is a new gas that was released. It boiled the Pacific Ocean. The storms raged. It created a heat bubble of the Western United States. Created these plutonium fires. A country of fucking deniers. A country of selfish. I mean, this country's so fucking selfish. It's grotesque how fucking selfish this country's fucking become. I'm blown away at it. No one gives a fuck about it. And you looked at people. You look what they look like. Fuck the garbage. Last time I was in Sandy, I couldn't believe the garbage just being left on the fucking beaches. What a sky it is tonight, huh? Wow. What a fucking sky. So I'll be there. Me and Doc Ricketts. I liked how they used to make fun of Doc Ricketts. Now he's considered the greatest marine biologist in California history. There's still a statue right across. There's a little park right across from his lab of all these mucks from Stanford pieces of shit, you know, still going after him. Fuck that. I mean, if this hasn't proved to you what a fraud academia is, what NOAA is, what the EPA, these fucking people ought to be locked up. All of them. Trump administration officials, fucking Obama, oh, that fucking psychopath. So, I mean, if this doesn't prove to you what a fraud it all is, they're all in the club. I don't get the whole thing. Willing to fucking give up their fucking life for a little bit of comfortability and some fucking money. I mean, their status and their stature. I mean, people are laughing at PhDs now. They're fucking like, fuck you, what a joke. They should be laughing. That's the causeway that goes over the Great Salt Lake. It was wood. He tore it out. He drowned right at the end right there. It's all ballast now. It keeps sinking. Fucking lake's so fucking heavy you can walk to any of these islands. You can see it right there. Didn't take long, didn't it? Thomas Spark Benton standing right there. That's where the Golden Spike was driven right there. That's Promontory. That's Promontory Point, but that's where it was right there, where the sun just went down. I envision someday a statue. He's pointing right here. The mighty Mount Ogden, the mighty Ben Lomond. A statue on the highest Rocky Mountain peak of Christopher Columbus. Pass out the fucking smallpox blankets. See you in Monterey. Need a ride on either from the airport or Pacific Grove. We'll work that peninsula. There's a fire burning there. Up there. Just right there. Right out of May Brussels fucking radio station. Right above it. Right there. Right as you start to get up into Big Sur. May Brussels. Yeah, that's where she did all her work. Ooh, honey, what's that smell? What's that fucking smell? What's that smell? Those Padres? Go Breakers. What's that smell? It's a dead well in Carmel. How did they pull this fucking off? One by Jetstream. Two by cable TV. Fucking Drought is epic. It's so fucking dry the thistles won't grow. Stay tuned.